Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Common Guys. Today, we're going to talk about the Miami Heat versus Denver Nuggets, our prediction, and let's go. So, before we get to the Denver Nuggets series, let's talk about the story, the Hemi, the ups, the downs. First up, we had the Milwaukee Bucks. We were the underdogs. Milwaukee was the favorite. They were the number one seed. Jimmy Butler becomes Hemi himself, brings down the Bucks. This was Jimmy Butler series. This was one of the best series in my opinion where Jimmy really showed his superstar talent. After the beatdown of the Milwaukee Bucks, Jimmy was on a roll. Jimmy was ready to go, but unfortunately, an ankle sprain during the Knicks series left him out of game 2. But who stood up? But who took on the responsibility of leading the Miami Heat squad to their next victory over the Knicks? Well, it was Bam Adebayo. He was the cornerstone of the Miami Heat during this series. When Jimmy couldn't do his vertical leaps, it was Bam that took on the responsibility of leading the Heat past the Knicks. It took us 6 games, but we're on a roll. This story wasn't going to be finished. No. Next up, we had our hardcore rivals. The very team that has been a nightmare for Miami, and its name was Boston Celtics. Jimmy Butler was recovered. Jimmy Butler was on the verge of victory. Jimmy Butler tasted the sweet, sweet nectar of going back to the finals. But the Boston Celtics wasn't going to just lay down and allow that to happen. We took the first 3 games from Boston, but they took the next 3. And despite all of that, it wasn't Jimmy or Bam that helped this team to victory. It was Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra was the cornerstone of this series. He was the X factor. He was the reason why Miami beat Boston. After a tough game 6 loss, Eric Spoelstra kept the team together. Eric Spoelstra kept the vision together. And we came back and won in a game 7 convincingly. And now the Miami Heat are in the finals. But the story isn't over. Jimmy knows that. When Bam tried to give him the trophy, Jimmy said, "No, thank you. I'll hold the next one." Mamba mentality, Jimmy mentality, Hemi mentality. It's all there. The story isn't finished. The story has 4 more games to finish up. Jimmy knows that, and the Miami Heat know that. The next round, we're going up against the Denver Nuggets. And honestly, in order to beat the Denver Nuggets, the secret is keeping the squad together and focused. The Denver Nuggets have never been to the finals. But guess who has? Jimmy, Bam, UD, Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, which is supposedly going to be back in game 3, and Kevin Love. Robinson. This squad is elite. This squad has final experience. And let's not forget, one of the best coaches in the NBA who has final experience. In order to beat the Denver Nuggets, in order to make sure that the Denver Nuggets are eliminated and those 4 games go Miami's way, the Miami Heat have to act like they know they are untouchable. They have to act and play like they are confident. And one thing that has been prevalent throughout all these series is that no matter what happens, this team always has the next guy up mentality. The Denver Nuggets are at a disadvantage mentally because the Miami Heat have that final experience. And each one of these members have lost, except Kyle Lowry, have lost in the finals. They know what the pain is. They know what the suffering that comes after is. And they know how to avoid it because they're not going to have that nervousness going into it. Jimmy Butler knows what it is to lose to the Los Angeles Lakers. He knows what happened last time he went to the finals. He promised we're going back. He promised that we're going to beat the Boston Celtics. He promised since the very beginning that his whole purpose to be in Miami is to bring us and bring him a championship. This is Jimmy's year. This is the Himmy story. In the end, Denver is an amazing team. I can't wait for this series to start. I'm excited to see what Joker and Himmy can bring to the table. Each man wants it more than the other. Joker wants to prove to the world and prove to the NBA that the Denver Nuggets are a viable franchise. But Jimmy knows what's on the line for him. He knows that he made a promise. And this man has been on a mission ever since making that promise. He knows that in order for Miami to win this, he's going to have to be the best player, the most confident player on that court. And that's why he's going to take this. Miami, Jimmy, they're about to finish the story. 4 games. And Jimmy will be crowned the Miami Heat Player of the Century. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Let me know who you think is going to win the NBA Finals. Thank you again for watching. And all fans are welcome here. So, just because I made a Miami Heat video, I hope Denver Nuggets do a great job in this series too. Really excited. Have a great day.